Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It's real late, Hot 97, and I got to tell you, I didn't know. I did not know if this time would ever come when on the program we'd have Newark's own Mach-Hommy, who has a new project, Pray for Haiti, executive produced and curated by Griselda Capo, Westside Gunn, and they're both here right now. Westside Gunn, Mach-Hommy, what up?
Yo.
Yo,
Yeah.
First of all, I appreciate you guys for taking some time out, and I'll just jump right into this, Mach, because for a minute I've been hearing your name now for several years, playing your music for the last year or two, and you know the word always has been that you keep it real elusive. The only person I know you do interviews with is Tyrone. Shouts to Tyrone. What did you ever expect that you were going to have sort of this coming out party publicly, if you will, and expose people to kind of who you are and exactly who Mach-Hommy's, what you're all about?
Yeah. Shout out to Tyrone. He's still on there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. They're just showing you
something.
something.
Yeah, I don't know how this works. All right, cool. So shout out, big up Tyrone and shit. But big up Tyrone. Furthermore, you know what I mean? I don't know. This was always bound to happen, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I was always gonna come full circle. Me and Wes, we envisioned this like 5-6 years ago. You know what I mean? You know, not to spoil what's about to happen, because you can't really spoil what we're doing right now. You know what I mean? It's so fresh. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, not to kill the vibes, but just to let y'all know it's not coming from nowhere. That's why I feel so powerful, and it feels so good ultimately. Because I mean, we've been cooking this for a minute, far as like just us being like, you know, you know what I mean, like aligned or whatever, in cahoots, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tag team business. Y'all deal with it. You know what I mean?
So take us through it, Gunn. When I interviewed you a few years ago, I asked you about Mach, and you talked about him shooting for you and a little bit about your relationship. But at the time, people didn't know where it stood. Can you tell us now about how you and Mach-Hommy actually connected at first? Like, what was the actual intro, and how did it sort of progress to where it got?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, it came from, I want to say Hush. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the time, you know what I mean, Mach knew Hush and I knew Hush. Me and Mach was both in the A. You know what I'm saying? So when Hush hit me, you know what I mean? You know, at that time, you know, this is still the early stages, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, he like, yeah, my man, he can shoot, you know what I mean, for you and all of this and all of that. I didn't know Mach rhyme, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like, you know, we do all type of shit. It's like if a motherfucker right now be like, yo, my man could design some clothes, and I could show you my designs not knowing I didn't make Pray for Pairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
he had like what was it? Never Coming Home with Tiona D. I think something. It was something ill that got me like, yo, y'all know. I started asking about something. That's how that started. And like he said, the rest is history.
We got up.
I had a bunch of equipment at the time. I was wilding like, yo, I you know, Z shit. I had like $100,000 worth of shit. It was crazy. Like we was moving around like people was looking. It was heads were turning. Right.
Well, and so okay, so what happens between you guys starting that work relationship and the HBO project? Like, how did it evolve musically to when y'all dropped that joint a few years ago?
Well, shit, he already had basically HBO done. You know what I'm saying? It was just that we was gonna present it. You know what I'm saying? How we was gonna present it, but he had already was cooking. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's the thing. Like once I knew he started rhyming, we just started cooking after that. That's why you got Don't Get Scared now. You got all type of music, the King Cities and everything we did, because at first I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but once I knew and I heard it, I'm like, yo, this is one of the illest styles I've ever heard in my life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always understand it. Even at that time, I never really wanted to be like the rapper. You know what I'm saying? I still always wanted to be on my manager, you know, CEO type shit,
Executive,
executive shit. I
executive,
never even
yeah.
wanted to rap then. You know what
That's
I'm
what we
saying?
been knew that. We been knew this, like me and him agreed to do this. Like this is old, son. Promise.
Well,
Yeah, so
And Mark, you've been at this for like you've been rhyming for what, 15 years? How long you been rhyming?
Yeah, I mean, I was always around. Like everybody around me was always way older than me, so I was always the shorty. But um, I've been around a lot. I ain't gonna say too many names or whatever because that's a whole nother conversation. But I've been around a lot of greatness. I've been around a lot of failures to launch and a lot of stuff like that. So
Mm.
you could ask Wes, like my executive mind is just a sound. I done seen too much shit. So it was only a matter of time for me to do this. Like I did it. I stopped. I came back. But sometimes when things are like they come natural to you, it's not up to you whether you want to put it down or pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's natural, and it's fun, and we have mad fun. You feel me? Like
Well, and
doing this
did
shit.
you have a lot of fun sort of with the scarcity? You know, like with the fact that you were
Of
releasing
course.
music
What are
on
you?
cassette?
Yeah. Come on, man. Could you just imagine? Just put yourself in my shoes. Like, like you would like it too.
Well, yeah, because
But
everyone's coming after you and they can only get so much. You just only fed them so much.
right, right, and it wasn't just to get some cheap thrills. Like, I mean, there was a strategy there, but in the end, it ended up making the experience richer and more exciting for everyone involved. Like, it's only the people that miss the drop or whatever that's like not aligned or unhappy or whatever is you know what I'm saying?
How do you respond to like when people throw out names to compare you to, you know, and
Yeah,
not artistically, but just in
yeah.
terms of the vision, when you hear names like Doom, you know, what does that mean to you in terms of the way you've protected
Doom
your
Doom
brand?
Doom told me a couple things, you know what I'm saying? And like it was all love. More so it was like insight. Um, you know, I, me being compared to Doom is nothing but a compliment, you know what I'm saying? Just another villain, like, that's like villain, like we come from the same cloth, the same vein. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's an honor.
it's an honor, yeah.
It's an
So
honor.
saying that is like I know who you're talking about, like, and then this person took time out to, what I'm saying, create with me, you know what I'm saying, as elusive as he may have been, you know what I mean, and I appreciate that. I got that kind of rapport with that type of mentality, like those type of people, they gravitate towards me. We gravitate towards one another. You know what I'm saying? So when people describe me in that sense, they spot on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that's the family, that's the branch, or whatever you want to call it.
And now, in addition to like you being on in this way, you know, the news today is everyone's talking about Drake posting your project. And, you know, we saw the picture of you with Hove a while ago. Now you also are putting cats on to people like the God Fahim. How much does that mean to you to be able to shine eyeballs on these other cats who have been putting in work?
Well, like I said, like ABC, are like the reason why Wes and I always got along, you know what I'm saying, we'll always get along, is because we see the same way. Like, we both passionate as artists, but we also both passionate as executives, as representatives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to bring new, uncanny, unwavering, you know what I'm saying, like fresh talent, to the forefront, you know what I'm saying, especially when the ethic is there already, and it's like a small little thing that they missing, like, you know what I'm saying, like just the right presentation or whatever it is. I don't even know if it's that. I think sometimes it's just like, yo, people trusting you to, to try something new. Like, yo, like those that trust me, yo, try the guy Fahim. You know what I mean? Those that trust West, yo, try Mach-Hommy. You know what I mean? And vice versa. I just feel like, I feel blessed, and I feel like, again, it's my biggest, greatest honor to help my brother. You know what I'm saying? And and whatever the case may be, music, business, however it goes. You know what I'm saying? But even more, something I love, like hip hop. So I'm more excited about that kind of shit than anything. Like, the guy Fahim, YOD, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like I like that. That's my favorite bag. You feel me? But but I ain't gonna lie, I'm in my other bag right now. So
What's the other
let's go
bag?
back to that. I mean, I need to stay. You need to let me stay in character, man.
I got you. You
My
listen.
other bag, man.
Listen, ask Gunn. You know I respect wrestling. I respect the business. I respect the characters, bruh. I enjoy the whole thing. Another guy who's like that, by the way. And Gunn, first, actually, let me ask you this first, Gunn. How proud are you, like as a friend, as an executive working with him, as someone who saw the vision early, and as someone who I know appreciates a good character and a good storyline? How pleased are you with how this whole Mach-Hommy thing has played out?
Man, this shit is special, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was already written. You know what I'm saying? This is,
Facts.
you know, that's the thing. You know, we separated for a while, but it was just like we didn't separate at all. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we picked up right where we left off. You know what I'm saying? If I went to sleep, just woke up 4 years later, but still looking at 4 years later like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like 4 years ago like it was yesterday. So it's just like we ain't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm very proud because you know the project is stellar. Like we both did our thing. We both brought what we needed to bring to the table, and we made a classic. And it's like we could do this shit over and over and over again because the chemistry is so ill. You think we don't want to top what we just already gave y'all? Like the challenge now is we just gotta beat that because you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? Is the only real, no disrespect to nobody, but like I was saying to somebody earlier, like Griselda, only competition is Griselda to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like we be just trying to see could we top each other albums. You know what I mean? Like
If
everything
anything.
else, yeah, but everything else don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I'm happy because you know what I mean we threw this out to the world. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We got people trying to learn Haitian Creole. You know what I mean?
Well, and by the way, that's such a big piece too, Mock. I mean, one of the things that I think that's so cool is in my reading about what journalists and people are saying about the album. There's inherently so much talk about Haiti and about you being Haitian. How important? Obviously, it's incredibly important to you, but how dope is it for you to see that coming across and impacting people? Because I know how hard Haitians rep for your people.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I'm just trying to add on in a positive way. Not just like usually adding on in a positive way. I don't know, not usually, but more often than not, when it comes to my culture, to the hip hop, and when it comes to the rap industry, whenever people say staying out of trouble, they positive, they just mean staying out of trouble. It's normally like a singular kind of isolated kind of thing. I'm talking about like positive, like adding on, like in a real way, in a tangible way. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got the Pray for Haiti Trust Fund. You know what I'm saying? That and our main goal is like we're gonna raise $1 million before we start to dispense the aid, or rather the funds and so on and so forth. And I'm a big proponent of artificial intelligence. Kind of education. Rubric kind of lesson plans. Kind of like making that just a core of the educational system in IT. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe like any nation that's gonna really progress in the next 20 years is really gonna have to rest. Really make that a cornerstone because that's where we headed. As far as like speaking languages, like if you're not speaking that computer language and all that and understanding the blockchain and everything like that, kids got to start learning that from like 3, 4 years old to me.
Yep.
So not to go too deep in that direction,
No,
but
no,
that's
no.
the
But it's
reason.
that's important to hear about. You otherwise you're just
That's the
chasing your
reason why.
tail.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason. That's the reason why. And I just so happen to have a great excuse, which is like making this art. You know what I'm saying? That's fun. I feel guilty because it's like I'm helping in a real way. Like I've dedicated like a portion of the master. Like I've never heard of that before. I'm all in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, so
In perpetuity.
an actual portion, which for people to understand, of the master, which you get paid on in perpetuity, you've
Yep.
committed a portion of the master in perpetuity to the
I
cause.
knew you would understand. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. So basically, like, using what's normally wielded against the artist to liberate the people. You know what I'm saying? But besides sitting there, crying about some shit, I'm really proactive. That's what I like about West too. Son don't really wait on nobody. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So, on that tip, on the other level, I really like that. And we get along like that, ABC alike, So
I enjoyed. There's a lot of musical references on the project. I guess the one that I first appreciated the most was "The Sun Could Never Be Pussy." Yeah, I know how Gunn feels about Ghostface, but is first of all how much you love Ghostface, and who are the other artists that you grew up on? Being a Newark kid, growing up in this hip hop thing.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
In addition, first of all, how much do you love Ghostface, and who else did you grow up
Come on,
listening
man.
to?
This much, man. You know what I'm saying? Ghost, you talking about G. Dini, Ronzoni, Noodle, Sprinkle, Doyle, Henry? Like, yeah. Bong, bong, the box cutter. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Also, man, not only do you rep Haiti though, but you rep Jersey, and of course, there's a lot of history in Jersey and Haitian and Jersey. Shouts to Wyclef.
Big up Wyclef. Still,
this goes back a long way, but are you excited to have sort of that mantle and get to rep for Jersey? Because man, the history, when you talk about the Brick City history, there's a lot there, and that was one of the first things that excited me about you was finding out you were from Newark. How much is that a part of the Mach-Hommy story?
Yeah, that's a whole bunch. That's a whole lot. I mean, that's where I got the grease from. You know what I mean? End of the day, I'm cooking with grease. So that's where I got it from. You know what I'm saying? So, and then beyond that, it's just like, come on, son, Red Man. You know what I'm saying? Tame One, Tretch.
Bruh, see, now I know you're my guy. The fact that you went Tame One that fast, that's how I know.
You know
that's
what I'm
how
saying?
I know.
Slang Ton. You know what I'm saying? Slang Ton.
Yo,
You know what I mean? Rest in power. And then, I'm not going to just sit and name everyone, but I mean, there's so many, and it's not only just Brick City, it's the whole Jersey. Like,
yep.
It's so much riches, like, far as musical jams. Queen Latifah. Yo.
Latifah, Naughty.
Latifah, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Come on, man.
Nah, and people really, if you're not from here, like Gunn spends enough time here to understand, but if you don't spend time here, you don't understand how much Jersey and New York, how much y'all are the sixth borough, really. It really is so connected, so it's amazing to have you doing that. Now, you have product that you put out back in the day. Like when you put out Dollar Menu, that joint was selling for like $11. Now it goes for like $1,000. Are you amused to watch what has happened to the product that you've put out there and see how it trades sort of out in the world?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, it started at 99 cents. Like, but see, only certain because I'm not like I'm not necessarily like journalizing everything, or or documenting every little move and step. It's like, it's really personal and special to the people that experience it, and looking back, like, it's just creating value. Like, I'm into like the assignment of value, creation of value, not just like the thing itself, but like, the creator got to have a hand in making it valuable too. You know what I'm saying? So,
which is a big part of Gunn's whole thing too, is creation of value is a huge thing for the whole Griselda thing, and certainly with his art and the way Griselda does merchandise, etc.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Fly got, just sold for $4,000. I'm happy to say that.
Yo, Gunn, what's up with the art gallery right now? Tell us about the art.
Man, it's
talking about the art.
It's a beautiful thing, man. My city never seen nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. We bringing nothing but positivity to the culture, and we showing people, things that they never seen before. Like, I felt it was my duty. We speak on art, we speak on culture, but it was no place in my city where you could come to that, you could feel that and get that. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was my duty to do that for my city. And, people not only from my city that's in there faithfully, but people been coming from all over the country. As soon as they let the borders open, everybody from Canada coming straight through. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like everybody just want to you know, I'll be saying it's the mecca of culture right now. You know what I'm saying? Just because of who I am to the culture, and that's just like, you know, that's the house I built.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
brothers knew you when I got, I'll be moving and moving. But yeah, I'm proud. I told you I was proud of you. Like I really like the place. Like you know what I'm saying. Remember I was asking you who designed it. Remember?
Yeah, the shit's so fly. He asked who designed it. Like I didn't design
Damn, son, damn.
No, man, Mach, I feel you. Sometimes you got to sit back, and Gunn and I talked about this recently, and sit back about sort of the life that he's been able to set up, you know, and all of you guys been able to set up. And as you pointed out, Mach, to do things that are fun, to not be playing games and chasing radio records, but to get to live off of making the art that you want to make. This is not common ground in hip hop, especially
it's
historically.
Like, it's ultimate. Yeah, it's ultimate. Like it's like nothing greater than that type of favor from ultimately the world, like the people. It's the people that decided that we can do this. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
For real, like obviously God is all in there, but God presents through others. You know what I'm saying? God visits through man. So it's like we lit. The people love. I mean, how could we do it without the love and admiration and adulation and all of that all them good words, you know?
Yo, I'm sure you're sick of telling this story, but I don't know the answer to it. So I'm going to ask you, and I know the audience will want to know. The first time that your name really exploded into mainstream conversation was the picture with Jay-Z. What was the story behind the day and the picture with Hove?
Man, that was a funny day. Like that's how I knew he was really my friend, because for real, beyond before we, or rather we were gonna be good friends, because like, you know, I was late and he, you know, that's not somebody, I don't think he wait for people, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, you know, I don't always bring it up to him or whatever, but that shit, you know, runs through my mind every now and again. Like, yo, son waited for me. Like, I don't even want to say how long. I don't know if he gonna feel that. You know what I'm saying?
But he actually, but to show that, wait, so he had heard your music before he ever met you.
Oh yeah.
And that was the interest.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was definitely like because remember too, like he really know what's going on.
I know.
Like he's a student of his culture. Like he's not bigger in the culture. You know what I mean? He tapped in. Yeah, he not trying to.
He's
act
too
like
tapped in. Sometimes you can't believe how tapped in he is. It's crazy.
He's still a student of the culture. Like on some, like you couldn't believe the level of humility, but still, it's at the end of the day, like, you know, he waited for me, like on some, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, like I wouldn't have waited for me. And that's I learned the first lesson right there. And he teaches like through like subtlety, you know what I mean? It's not like it's a lot you can learn from having a friend like that. So anyway, long story short, he waited mad long for me. I was wild late, son. I was so late he had to call friends to keep him company. I was mad late.
What did you say when you showed up? I mean, were you embarrassed?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, I was just like, damn, what the fuck did I? You know, I'm thinking I'm pulling up. He not gonna be there because I'm like, I would have left like an hour ago. Just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? And he was just chilling because that's how he is. He chilling, going with the flow, and then boom, I got there. Didn't make me feel weird. Wasn't on no like, yo, da da da. You know what I mean?
But I gotta ask you this, Mach. You seem very unfazed by the moment. Were you not, like, meeting someone like Hov for most hip hop heads is like an earth shattering experience. You'd already met mad people over the years, but were you not fazed by even meeting Hov?
The way he was is not me. It's like I'm the ultimate man is a mirror. Like I was just he was vibing, so I was vibing. I think that be coming from like listen, he the one that I'm coming to see. So he, you know, I'm gonna follow his lead, and he kept it G the whole way. So it was like I didn't have any reason to take pause or feel any kind of way, because whatever I had in my mind, I was like, damn, I'm really late. And you know, I'm Haitian, like, you know what I'm saying? The way I was raised, it's like, man, you can't be late, especially not for stuff like that, right? That's like, you know, it's not every day you get to meet Hov, you know what I'm saying? Because he gotta meet you. You know what I'm saying? He feel like he just gotta make your acquaintance.
Yo.
So
and what is it? What is it? Hey, I'll ask you this, Gunn. What do you think it is about Mach's style that grabs people so much? Like if you were to ask me to explain Mach-Hommy, I think I would struggle to even pinpoint what it is that makes him so unique as an MC? How do you describe it?
I mean, you can't describe it because that's the thing. Mock is a one of one. You know what I'm saying? I always say like, Busta Rhymes is a one of one. You know what I'm saying? Old Dirty Bastard, one of one. DMX, one of one. You know what I'm saying? Mock is in that same vein, one of one. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really describe it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you just gotta play it. They're like, how many times people asked me to describe it and I couldn't? It's the same way you did.
I'm
Like I
glad.
still can't. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, who
you just gotta play it. You know what I mean?
Mock? What artists are there out there like that when you hear inspire you? Like when I think about you, and I think about the people who really are taking this culture to a different place. I think about Ka. I think about Rock Marcy. Who are the people out there creating right now who inspire you?
Man, I don't know. I put myself I keep myself in like a really um a protective bubble as far as like what I consume.
Mm.
So yeah, like I'm not eating a lot. I got a real strict diet as far as that. Cause I really don't have a lot of time. Like I said, like I'm really showing improving. I got a lot going on. Like, I'm I'm trying to master how I interact with nature. Like it's so much going on for me on a time schedule type level. Like I'm really taking more time to just be a more complete man. Then the rest of that time and energy I have outside of family is like I'm creating and helping others create. So I do miss a lot of what's going on, but I'm happy that I could like help set the tone for the pace at which the culture has been quickened,
Mm.
right? And to this point, up to this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you heard the tag, it say Griselda, by fashion rebels, you know what I mean? And I'm originality. So I mean, so I'm a fashion rebel, you know what I'm saying? So that's really, far as that, like we run style, no style I run we, you know what I mean? So in the sense that, you know,
You don't want to
I'm
be over
happy.
influenced by other things.
I'm not. It's not even. It's nothing because I'm too busy influencing in that sense, and the stuff I listen to is like, you know, I'm listening to what we making. I'm listening to the, stuff I was raised on.
Yep.
By the time I get a little bit of time, it's like I might, pop out, go somewhere and hear something in a club situation or something more. But it's very rare, you know what I mean? And it hasn't been like something that I can really carve into my schedule. That might be in the second half of the game or whatever. But for now, we just baking, we shaking and baking, man. I
All
don't
right.
know what else to do.
All right, last thing for you guys. I want to let y'all go live your life and celebrate this week. But what's in the stash, Gun? Where are we going next? Is there a Griselda tour? What's happening next with Mach-Hommy, with Gun, with Griselda?
Well, shit. I mean, we about to keep cooking. Of course, I got part 8 coming. That's the last one of the series. You know what I'm saying? So, we about to follow up with that. You know, Conway still got to drop his Shady album. Benny been, cooking. Um, Derringer out there at Alchemist House. You know what I mean? Getting the stoves ready.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So Derringer been in with Alchemist for the past month.
Wow.
So, I'm just gonna sit down with them and just listen to everything. That shit probably get some, crazy out that batch, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, we don't stop working. I can't really tell, you know what I mean? All the way from Armani Caesar, Liz too. That shit done. That shit phenomenal. That she stepped her shit up because she even hungrier, you know what I mean? So, I executive produced that. So, what that shit sounded like, you know what I mean? And shit, I'm about to get in the studio with Stove God Cooks, you know what I mean? So, I'm about to chef something with him, you know what I mean? So it's just like this shit don't stop, man. This is what we here for, man. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter if I wear one chain, 30 chains. It's still the same fly guy. You know what I'm saying?
Will
Like,
you make time to be in Las Vegas for SummerSlam though?
Of course.
He tried you.
Front row. I better be. You know, anything past the third row, I get a nosebleed.
I know.
So, you know how this shit go. I'm definitely gonna be there, bro. That's a must.
All right, I look forward to this. Yo, Mach, at some point you need to come to one of these. I don't know if you're into wrestling at all, but you got to come to one of these pay-per-view weekends sometime, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna come to whatever the bro need me to come to. Facts.
Say less. Hey, Gunn, I also want to take this time to thank you publicly, man. The record you gave me for my album, Stain, is fucking crazy, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. Stain, man. Stream that shit a zillion times, man. I love that shit. Shout out to J.R. Swift as well.
Yep. Shout out to J.R. Swift and Ballum. Yo, Mach-Hommy, Pray for Haiti, Westside Gunn. It's out everywhere right now. Guys, I sincerely appreciate you taking out the time. Mach, I've been wanting to build with you for a minute, man, so I hope to link up at some point in person, but it's been a pleasure.
Oh, yeah. Anything. Just let us know. Peace.
Say less, bro.
No, man. You already know, man. We fam. We whenever you need us, let us know.
You know it, Gunn. Thank you, boys. Appreciate you.
All right, peace.
Thank you so much. All right.
Peace.